Welcome back to TFC Modcraft. All right. Well, I did get some stuff done after last episode. You may notice that I have built a few additional tanks. Just a few. Okay, to be honest, I went hog wild crazy. I have got, well, the number of tanks here in this array for holding honey is, this is 6 deep and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide, so that's 30 stacks, and each stack has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in it, for a total of 180 buildcraft tanks, and each tank holds 16 buckets of liquid, so that's going to be busy. Yes. So I did get some more of the apiaries, more of the bees converted over to the new system for working it with that machine that I built out at the desert bees. I've got the meadows bees at the Thaumcraft area and the wintry bees up north, all running that way. And I may do more. I don't know. I'm thinking that 48 working apiaries of production bees should really be enough. But then again, I could be wrong. In any event, there's a few things that I would like to get done this time around. Oh yeah, by the way, I finally did get around to making an alchemy bag, because alchemical chest capacity in a portable format. You gotta love that. Okay, let's get out a destruction catalyst and start destroying. Amp this up, and let's see. That ought to be good for a start. And just for the moment, throw down some light in here. Whoops. Now that I'm done with that thing, I should turn it down and get it off the hotbar, because that thing can cause a massive amount of sadness if you misfire that thing and it goes off inside of your base, you know? It's not something you want to do. Especially if it's turned up all the way that one was. And let's just block that off completely. Not interested in anybody coming out of there. Okay, I'll get that finished off later, but for right now, that's enough. Okay, what I want to do here is a little something to supplement the buildcraft power production, because it's a good idea. I don't want to get any more combustion engines going, at least not right now, because, well, the oil is down to about half. There's still plenty of fuel and whatnot, but I really need this biofuel thing to get into production. But I have a thought here of something that can help hold over in the interim. If I make up, say, a dozen of these peat-fired engines, and let's see, what do I have on me? Do I have conductive pipe? I have some, and I have some supplier pipes, and I have some red alloy wire. I should have some levers in here. One should be sufficient. And let's see. I'm going to need some chassis pipes. Oh, I have some. Okay. And extractor modules. I'm going to need more of those. All right. No, extractor Mark II. Yeah. Great. Now I figure I can get these going, because one of the things I noticed was in the system here, if I switch to supply, now I had the peat down to 5,000. It's up to over 6,000 now. I figure a good way to control it is to, well, use it. So I am going to take these peat-fired engines and just throw down a bunch of them. Oh, come on. And, oh, there is something I need that I don't have. I need some wooden conductive pipes. I'm going to start those things going. Let's see. Yeah, give me a dozen wooden pipes. And then a dozen redstone to go with it. Where's my redstone? There it comes. Okay. All right. Pop these guys on here. Now I can wrench these around to face the wooden pipes. Alright, and now I can dig underneath. And set up supplier pipes underneath here to keep them stocked with fuel, which I should go get some. Yeah. Tell you what, throw down some torches here. Alright, I'm going to get a few things and I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. Now I got some supplier pipes here. Just hook those up. Hook each one of those up with an order to keep 4 stacks of that. Partial requests are okay. And that will see to it that the engine's fuel and... Okay, no, wait a minute. No. Yeah, 1 stack. It doesn't have 4 stack capacity. Telling it to keep 4 is just going to cause overflow issues that would be a mess to clean up. And a waste of fuel, which would be despawning. Alright, glad I double checked that. Alright. Now these engines don't put out as much power as the combustion engines or most of the other buildcraft engines, but they are designed such that they run for a long time. Quite a while. Right now, let's see. Chassis pipe. No, I don't need that there. All right. And this is just so that I can throw on an extractor module, because these engines produce ash as a byproduct of using peat, which is actually a good thing, because coming up I have a use for ash, and one of the reasons for setting these up is not only to provide more buildcraft type power, but also to ensure a steady supply of ash. I do have several of these things running in the farms outside on the desert, but I thought it wouldn't hurt to get a bunch more of them running. I would rather have too much of something than not enough. You know, that's a thing with me going way back. All right. Now, I just need... Hello? Yeah. Put those up, and these get me some stone transport, some basic in case. I don't think I'll need the basics, but stone pipe. Oh. Okay, well, we can just bring it along over this way. And no, that is going to need to be a basic there because of the intersection. And this can be stone. Alright, there should be peat fuel running down in there right now. And then all I'm going to need is a redstone signal to fire them up. Yeah, here comes the fuel right now. Alright. Run some red alloy wire along here. A lever. Fire it up. And they're running. Alright, golden conductive pipe. Along the top here. And I think I just hook it into this line right here. Yeah. Alright, that should do it. Take all these guys a while to entirely heat up. And for some of them, it's going to have to wait until they actually receive fuel. The system is still supplying. But you can tell every time one gets fuel, it starts running. Yeah. Alright, that's going to take a little while to get going, but that'll be cool. Yeah, this one just started to get it. Now it started up. Yeah, that will progress. And that will help supplement the buildcraft power for running all this stuff and so on. Because right now, all of this stuff, all these centrifuges and the squeezer and everything, they're all running off of the combustion engines, which is ideally supposed to be just for the quarry, with the idea of making it run as fast as possible. Okay, while this spins up to speed and so on, there is another thing or two I wish to get done. Okay, the next thing I want to get done here is this thing. Wow, 60 dark matter. Alright, that is so cool. I want to get that sucker upgraded from tier 2 to tier 3, and I might actually have the dark matter to do it with, because there was a stack plus 16 left from the end of last episode, and if I put this together, that gives me 2 stacks 12, and there's a little bit of red matter here. And I'm thinking something, I didn't teach the transmutation table how to make red matter. Now it knows. Alright, great. And I'm going to need a bunch of red matter, come to think of it. I probably don't need that much. Alright, let's see. If we take one of these and then lock this, oh, no. I want to lock it over on, I want to lock this over on fuel. Maybe if I didn't use something such high value. All right. All right, maybe that's just a little bit the wrong direction. Oh, for crying out loud. Request something. Make it easy. There. Actually, one is plenty. I just need it for a target. You know, I was keeping a sample chest up here, but then I went and hooked it up to the logistics system and it all got sucked out. Alright. Clear this. Drop this in here. Now we're on fuel. I just need some glowstone. And a piece of glass. Now, if I recall correctly, a Mark II collector with glowstone. Oh, I didn't need the glass. And red matter gets a Mark III collector. Alright. Learned. Alright. So let's take some dark red matter and throw it in there. Alright, let's throw a little bit more in there. And one more. Alright, 17 collectors. Antimatter relay, the same thing. I believe I'm going to need some obsidian, which I should be able to get. In here somewhere. There we go. Don't need a whole lot of that. And I take the antimatter relay, here we are, and a bit of red matter and some obsidian. That should do it. Relay Mark III. Okay. 6 red matter. Gets me a total of 5 relay Mark IIIs. Get me an energy condenser. Alright. That is going to be a second power flower. And the second one is going to be tier 3, and then this one here I'll be upgrading to tier 3 soon. Let's see. Oh, for crying out loud. In all of that, I forgot to throw this stuff away and get some cobblestone. Just focus this down a little bit. Very good. All right. So I just built this up a little bit here. energy condenser on the bottom. Five Mark III relays. And then 17 Mark III energy collectors. And let's throw some dark matter in that. Look at how fast that sucker's going. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be cool. Now, I know it isn't necessary, but I'm going to glowstone this thing anyway. There we go. And I'll be working out a way to, I'm pretty sure I know of a way to take what this thing generates and pull the contents of that energy condenser into the logistics system somewhere. But yeah, I wanted to get that done. I want to get this one converted over to it, and as soon as I've got enough red matter available, I will do that. In the meantime, I'm just going to stuff that stuff right over there. There. Alright, the next thing on the agenda, and I should have put the glowstone away, I need to get this system ready to craft a lot of solar panels, because with the number of MFSUs that I intend to have over there, like right now there's 4. And that one's fully charged. This one is finally fully charged. It was charging earlier. This one's up to 10 million. Wow. And this one's up to 4. So that's 34 million EU. Well. Okay. Just for that, let's request 2 more. Now this ought to work. It worked before. Although earlier when making solar panels I did run into an overflow situation that I had to go back behind all of these things and start messing around with satellite pipes and chests and so on. And I think I pretty well got everything working, but it hasn't been stress tested since then. So let's see if we get a couple of MFSUs out of this. It takes a while to craft them. Well, here's one. And I don't see anything spilling out onto the floor anywhere, so that's a good sign. And it looks like here comes another one. There it is. All right, great. Another 20 million EU worth of storage. Great. Okay. Well, in any event, though, crafting like the solar panels, it takes a large amount of refined iron, rubber, and coal dust. Coal dust, you have to run it through a macerator or a rotary macerator, whatever. And refined iron, it needs to be run through a furnace or something. And rubber needs to be extracted. So what I need to do is to get set up to automate stuff going through those things. And I think I've pretty well got down how to do that. So I'm going to craft up a few things that I'm going to need, like the machines I'm going to automate, and some supplies, and I'll be back. Alrighty. Well, I was all set to get started on this, and I realized two things. Number one, I'm running really short on time. And number two, I goofed. I goofed big, because while I have everything required to do most of it, I ran into a problem making the Centrifuge Extractor. And that is because I forgot that one needs to first make this device an electrolyzer, and it needs to be placed up here next to something like this MFE. And then in there, one needs to place a bunch of water cells, which gradually, over time, will become electrolyzed water cells as long as the MFE is full. And since between episodes I put in 2 more MFEs, that bottom one is always going to be full. Yeah, that is a slow process. There's no way to make it happen any faster. And the extractor, the Centrifuge Extractor, you take the regular extractor, advanced machine block, and 7 electrolyzed water cells. And those things take a while. That progress bar has to go all the way over for each one of them, and it is slow. There's no way to make it happen faster. So I'm going to get a bunch of those cooked up so that I can get my Centrifuge Extractor hooked up. And I'm going to make the other components that I will need for this. I'm going to be using some stuff for red power to get this thing working. And we'll get to that next time. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.